If you are enjoying the story so far and need more Dungeons and Dragons in your life, I invite you to check out another group called the Long Past Podcast. They are working their way through heroism and tragedy in the events of the Chragan War. Their name and link are in the description below. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the Land of the Hunter. First things first, Del and Varin must roll lingering injuries, because they were both knocked out after their brief bouts with unconsciousness during the last fight. So here's for Varin. Varin has broken ribs. Ouch. And then for Del. Hilariously, we both have broken ribs following our bouts of unconsciousness, and I will pull up the information on that momentarily.
Ow? When did that happen? Says Del.
It happened because you almost died.
Funny how that works. Ouch. Some additional notes. I double-checked the travel time and distance between our site of battle. and the camp where the Crusovians set up. And I found that I erroneously called for too many Constitution saving throws for Thea, who therefore does not have a level of exhaustion. Thea, I have already taken that off of your character sheet. Okay? Did that preemptively for you. I also adjusted those of us who still had bonuses to speed after our battle, because those bonuses have worn off by now. Further, Varin definitely scrounged for arrows before leaving the site of the battle, bringing his currently open quiver to a total of 12 arrows. While it is yet only a little after 3 in the afternoon, the land is enshrouded by a cloud of ash, steam, and smoke after a mysterious eruption. The way forward, south, to go after the hobgoblins is currently blocked by acidic boiling waters, a rather effective moat. In the aftermath of the confrontation with General de Solgor, which I will put into the chat, that is the name, Adran, after briefing the Crusovian leaders on the events of our brief search for a safe way across, while you wandered through the camp to rejoin your companions, you heard the unmistakable, unfriendly voice of none other than Nanny Agatha. So for broken ribs, it is an internal injury. Whenever you attempt an action in combat, you must make a Constitution saving throw. If you fail, you lose your action, and you cannot use reactions until the start of your next turn. However, the injury heals if you receive magical healing, or if you spend the next 10 days doing nothing but resting. I don't think we're going to have 10 days to rest. I assume, therefore, that once we return to camp, one of the things Dell's going to do is healing things like broken ribs. Is that a safe assumption there, Dell?
Yes. I was
Excellent.
just trying to kind of figure out which spells would do that. So is it just any magical healing will do?
I will double check.
I apologize
So
for the randoms.
Lesser Restoration is technically speaking not a healing spell. It's specifically to remove disease or specific conditions.
Sorry, that's what I was saying. That was just I hit the wrong button.
No worries. So here are Dell, Varin, and Sia gathered around a slowly crackling to life fire in the midst of this utter darkness. I'm sorry?
The question I was trying to ask, though, to clarify for the broken ribs, was it just any magical healing, or was it any particular, like, any to be able to replace?
Any magical healing. So basically, even something as simple as, like, cure wounds or healing word.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Meanwhile, in the far north of the camp, Adran, the familiar cackle of Nanny Agatha comes to you from between these tents. Hello, my pet.
What exactly do you want now?
A parley. Will you have a cup of tea with dear old Nanny?
Why not?
You approach her, sir?
Yes.
Okay.
Still putting my hand on the hilt of my one sword, sanguine nonetheless.
Excellent. Please step toward her while I make some quick adjustments. Go one step further, please. Excellent. Thank you. That didn't work. Hang on. There we go. And then that button. Hooray, it worked. Adran, between one step and the next, you're not in the camp anymore. You're in a quiet grove of trees that have a soft ambient glow almost of starlight. Nanny Agatha is sitting across a rounded table from you, On the table is a steaming tea set. 2 small, simple cups of some sort of brass glass. And she sits there smiling up at you. Sir, I would appreciate it if you would please give me... Let me check. Wrong handout. Please give me a history check, sir. That's not
I've got
a good roll.
bad feeling about this.
Thea, you can have an inspiration point. Adran, if you have an inspiration point, you could re-roll that if you so wish.
I do not.
All right. As you step in to this grove, you have a brief, niggling sense of memory. Like there was something on in the back of your mind. But Nanny Agatha is before you, and that definitely demands your full attention. If you like. As you, I assume you're going forward and you're sitting at the table.
Yes.
Okay. Give me an intelligence saving throw. This is your last chance. Okay. And that's still not quite enough, but we will press. Nanny Agatha pours the tea. And while you're watching, she takes her teacup up first, makes sure that you're watching, and deliberately sips from it.
Thank you for joining me, my pet.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for the iocane powder to show up.
My dear, why would I attempt to end the life of such a useful, fond weapon? Particularly since you currently have someone after you who's willing to do that already. I believe you've met the good general, pardon me, the wicked general.
Yes, I have met him, and he almost did kill some of my own friends. What of him?
Yes. This is unfortunate. I have worked quite hard to cultivate you and your party, to make you into somewhat useful tools for my purposes. And now, your friend has gotten himself cursed with flames. A fate-bending curse that has drawn the ire of this fiend. This is troublesome.
Go ahead.
And I assume that your presence here, coaxing me into this very nice, secluded area, you have a way around that, I assume?
Indeed I do. But knowledge is not free, my pet.
Of course it's not.
I do have information that, if you use it properly, will save your lives. Certainly, the life of your friend.
And what exactly is it going to cost me for said information?
She holds up 4 fingers.
4 things, no more. I wish for the power crystal that you have, the one which powers the artifact that you still hold from me. I wish for the bone staff of paralysis which young Dell carries. I wish for the ring of spell storing that Thea carries. Of Varin, I wish the darkling dagger. Oh, and you should know, not having the knowledge I have for you might have extenuating consequences for this entire region of land. It is your choice.
as she sips her tea.
You do realize that this is something that is not within my possession at the moment. I would have to go to each and every one of my comrades and get these things from them. But realizing that who I'm going to be giving it to, they will be reluctant in giving them to me.
You are the leader, the war leader of your tribe. In this matter, you are treating with me. Your word is their bond. I will accept your word for the time being.
That may be, but we also too look out for each other, not just their leader. But then again, there have been times where you've given us what we needed. Not necessarily the best way of getting this information or whatever it is that we've needed from you. There's always a hidden string, there's always a hidden agenda, and there's always a reason that we're unsure of when it comes to dealings with you.
Quite.
I would actually like to know what you are going to get out of all this. I mean, but besides all the cunningness and the fighting and the exchange of words and unpleasantries that we've had throughout this entire time being gone from my village, what's your deal?
Dear pet, the hunting dog does not ask their master why they are sent to fetch the duck. They simply go and get the duck.
Oh,
My purposes are mine. But in this particular matter, I wish my weapons, my hounds, to yet live a bit longer. General de Silgor threatens that. And there might be a small matter of balancing the scales between him and I.
it's funny how you made in metaphor that I'm your lap dog, but I don't remember ever calling you master.
Dogs don't speak, dear. Why would you call me anything?
Can we actually get down to the brass tacks here, Nanny?
Of course.
What exactly do you want? And by all means, please stop being coy about it. Do you want to actually work along with us, or do you want to be our enemy? Because it seems as if you're kind of toiling the line a little bit. It almost seems like you want to help us, but you have your own agendas as going about doing that. Why not just break code for once and help us out?
I am offering to help you out now.
Yeah, with no strings attached.
No, my strings are quite out in the open. I just told you what I wanted.
Yeah. Why don't you just help us out without getting those things that you need? Besides, why do you need those things?
Her face twists into kind of like an expression that suggests that whatever tea she just sipped wasn't very tasty.
Dear pet, I don't give gifts. I make bargains.
Maybe you should reconsider. You know, people might actually start trusting you a little bit more if you did that.
I don't need trust, my pet. I need obedience.
Okay. So I get you these things. You'll give me the information I need to take down this General DeSoto person.
All I need from you, my pet, is the agreement to give them to me.
And let me guess, this information is time sensitive. I have a certain limited amount of time in order to come back to you and say I agree, or I'll get you those items.
Well, I assume you wish to rest. There is that limit.
Oh, yes, I do need to rest. Let's see.
I have all the time in the world.
What were the 4 things you needed again? It was the Staff of Paralysis, the Darkling Dagger, Thea's little spell ring catcher, and then
the Bone Staff of Paralysis.
The Bone Staff of Paralysis. The oh no, I already said that one.
The Power Crystal, the Bone Staff of Paralysis, the Ring of Spell Storing, and the Darkling Dagger.
That's what it was.
There you go.
So I need those 4 things to give to you.
Yes.
Alright. I'll do it. So.
Excellent. We have an accord.
Accord. Great.
As to the information, the eruption, which has destroyed the lands south of here, it was either caused by or was due to the ritual required to bring a creature of General Desogor's magnitude into this world. He chose a weak point, disrupted it, opened a breach between an upper layer and a lower layer, and used that to link to his home plane. He knows that he can be sent back to his home plane. Your victory today is only a delay to him. He yet holds a way back here. And he's preparing another. To the west of here, there are forests where he has acolytes of his working to create another breach. He will create as many as he can, polluting and corrupting the world, all while campaigning against you. I imagine you do not wish to be trapped between 2 lakes of boiling, acidic waters.
No, I very much would like to get out of that, and then eventually get back to where I originally came from.
Indeed. Therefore, you must stop him from what he is attempting in the west. You must disrupt his forces. You must find a way to close the portal that is south of here. And you must find a way to travel to his plane of existence, confront him there, and kill him. If you do not do these things, he will keep coming. Over and over and over.
Alright.
There is a final point.
Yeah, yep.
To the west, in the forest where he is attempting another breach, there is another fiend trapped in this world, driven insane by its long exposure to you mortal kin. Kill it, and you will find fiend-slaying swords. I imagine those will be useful when you confront General Desogor again.
That would definitely help us out and give us a little bit more of an advantage against him.
You're quite welcome, my pet. Do drink your tea.
Yes. I don't like cold tea.
I'm glad I kept it warm for you.
And she
Yes.
sips from her own cup. What did you say, sorry?
No, I said, oh, yes.
Sorry, I'm juggling some things on my screen here. All right, do you agree to this? Oh, sorry, agree to this. My bad. Do you drink the tea? That's what I meant to say.
I do drink the tea.
Excellent. All right.
I
As you
would
lower
want
the...
That's
Sorry?
my host.
Indeed. As you set the mug... Or sorry, as you lower the tea cup from your mouth, clearing your line of sight again, the glen that you've been sitting in is gone. You're not sitting in the glen anymore. You're standing once more in the camp, surrounded by the hustle and the bustle, chattering moans of the wounded. Once more, under the shroud of cloud and ash and smoke, Thea, you and Del rather, has tended to the injuries, I imagine, yeah?
I was planning to do that whenever we get ready to take our long rest, but yeah.
Okay. And Adran, we're roughly south west of your current position.
Right.
You see us. You see the three wounded members of the party. We're still in the process of setting up tents. It's kind of odd, Adran. You could have sworn that we would have been farther along on that by now.
Yeah.
Like, we should have already had the tents up. And we're still setting them up. The fire is still just getting started.
So how long is it going to take you guys to officially set up camp?
Varin looks up, holding his side. What do you mean? We just started.
I've been gone for quite a few minutes. Probably half an hour or so. We usually get this thing up in a couple, 10 minutes, something like that.
Thea, Del, this makes no sense. We literally just started setting our camp up. We knew Adran went to, speak with the leaders of the army, but that was only minutes ago.
Guys, I've been gone for like at least a half hour.
No.
Did you hit your head at some point? Del asked.
No, I hit my ribs. That mace hurt.
Let me take a look. And Del just kind of give him a look over just to kind of make sure everything's okie dokie.
Okay,
medicine
okay.
check.
Everybody come in here. I really need to talk to you.
Okay. Do I have to stand up? Can I stay seated?
You can stay seated.
Okay, Del, that's a 13. Adran seems fine, other than the scrapes and bruises and the burn marks and. Well, that's a new wound down there. How do you get a bruise there? He's out. Other than that, he's pretty okay.
Yeah.
So I just had an encounter with Nanny Agatha.
You what?
That's where I was. And yeah, the time that it took me to deal with her for about a good half hour or so, it only seemed to be seconds for you guys. I don't know how exactly that happened, but...
Okay.
And we're not trying to kill her. Why?
She has information for us. Information that would help us against the general fiend who nearly killed you, Varin and Del.
Ow.
Does she have information for us, or does she have bait for us?
She has information for us. Information that would very easily take him down instead of the beating that we all took on that last campaign. But she needs a couple of things from us first.
Like...
The bone
I
staff
got some good arrows for her. Sorry.
Ow.
She needs the bone staff of paralysis, the darkling dagger, the spellcasting ring, and the heart sand, or the heart stone,
The power crystal.
the power crystal.
What about just trading her some arrows? I could give her some arrows.
I'm kind of fond of my magic dagger. It's kind of the only magic weapon I've got. Varin puts his hand down on his belt and then starts looking around. Has anyone seen my darkling dagger?
Thea's gonna double check her ring.
What ring?
Oh.
Del, there's no bone
Yeah.
staff.
Did Dell detect any magical activity around us?
Did he have detect magic running?
No. Yes.
Then I would say probably not. To be fair, Thea and Varin didn't notice anything invisible nearby.
Means that
just
she's
kinda
already
kind
taken it.
Go plop down on his seat and say, I got a bad feeling.
And what were you saying, Adran?
She's already taken it. Somehow, with some type of spell, she's already taken each and every one of those items of ours. And I do have the information. Now, of course, Varin, I do relay the important information about where the these obstructions or these portals that the general has been trying to open up, and I tell him about all that information.
Noted. So yeah, you share the information with the entire party, particularly about the fact that to the west he's getting ready to open another portal that will have basically the same geological effect as the one south of us, trapping us between two bodies of boiling acidic water. And Varin kind of stares back and it's just like, you know, my sides already hurt. Now my head hurts.
There is also one particular creature that if we were to kill this particular fiend, we could get weapons that could hurt fiend.
That's good. I like that bit of news. I like killing bad guys.
And
by bad guys, I basically mean anything that's trying to kill us.
And I figured that that would actually be an incentive for heading out and possibly fighting this thing right away, so then we can kind of get things going on taking down the General Dodo.
Yeah, his name's kind of settled already. He kind of made an impression with me. Varin
I like
regards his
General-
fairy swoons.
I don't know. I like this General Dodo nickname. It's simple.
He's already upset enough with me. I'll just call him by the name he gave us. At least until I kill him, then I'll move him.
Just General DeSoto?
What was that, Adrian?
Destrato, DeSoto.
Something. So we settle in for a long rest, I assume, yeah?
Yes, because I think everybody needs it.
Yeah.
Del can cast some magical healing for him and Varin.
Excellent, thank you. That's much better. I like breathing normally with no broken ribs. All right, you can restore all your spell slots, all your hit points. You don't have any levels of exhaustion, and up to half of your total maximum hit dice can be recovered. I think Varin's the only one who's spent any hit dice, though. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, Varin recovers all of his hit dice. Yay! And 3 of us are now level 19. I bet that feels nice.
Yes, it does.
All right.
I forgot, what was my new special feat that I got?
I'd
Oh,
have
it was
to check.
it was Spell Sniper.
That's right. So now you have better shooting with spells and a new spell, cantrip specifically. Del, don't forget to restore your hit points, and same for Thea.
Yeah.
I
and
love
all relevant spell slots.
Yeah.
I love that one of the things on there is your ranged spell attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover.
Right? Okay, so to sum up real quick,
Yeah.
we've already compelled General de Solgor to return to his home plane by killing or banishing. In this case, we destroyed his body. We have to prevent his return to this plane by blocking the portal that he's already made and stopping him from creating another one. And then finally, we have to go to his home plane, find him, kill him. Simple plan.
Yep.
It is roughly 2.5 days to get from where we are to the forest where we need to go. Do you have any particular plans of action during our travel there?
Let's see. How are we doing on healing potions and roots and leaves and all that?
I've got lots of healing stuff. I just need to, use them when I'm not going to also deal with, things that prevent me from healing, like poison. That was vicious.
Yeah. Maybe we should try to find something that can help us out with potions or poisons in that aspect.
I think Del has something. Oh, and one of the things, Varin would have cast non-detection before the long rest. Oh, at the right time before the long rest. I almost forgot to do that.
Del is a little distracted taking care of some materials, but what did you say you think he has?
I think Del has something that can help with poison, or at least fending it off. But it's kind of relevant only when we're actually going to fighting with poison. It's one of your spells, by the way, Del. Unless you want Varin to be looking for specific plants, he would probably do navigating as well as being alert to threats. Does that sound correct to you, sir? Adran?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to Del.
Nope.
Say that again now.
During travel for the 2.5 days, I assume you would like to have Varin being on alert for danger, as well as navigating in these heavily masked lands.
Yes.
Okay. What activity would you want Thea, Del, or yourself to be engaged in?
Honestly, what they normally do.
Okay.
I mean, they could forage if they need to, or they could work on healing potions, or whatever it is that they need to do. I'll just have them do it. And I will take the rear and just keep an eye out and an ear out.
Okay. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, I was gonna say, Del's doing the inspiring leader for everyone, but it should be 19 hit points, not the 18 that's marked there.
Noted. Upon learning of our intentions, the Crusovians are going to send 1,000 fighting men with us. Their purpose is to go to these trees, cut down the trees, and fashion them into rafts in order to cross the waters that block our current passage.
Sounds like a good idea.
Indeed. And everyone can add temporary hit points, which should be 19. Thank you, Del. All right. So, navigation check for the first day from Varin at normal survival. There we go. And he gets a nat 20. Yep. After you describe where you want Varin to go, he just kind of turns, says, that way, and takes off like an arrow from his own bow. If I can speak.
Bow.
The weather is normal for the day. During the morning and noon, there's no wind. However, the evening, strong winds blow up a nasty cloud of sand that mingles with the dark ashen cloud above us and makes for a rather nasty sand ash storm. It's kind of gross. Does anyone want to write spell scrolls, brew potions, or forage during the day's travel?
Well, let's see. I think I wanted to get a couple more spell scrolls written.
Varin will add to his stock of Hunter's Mark scrolls by one each. Or by one, excuse me. Alright, and you wanted to make a spell scroll as well there, Adran?
Yes.
Okay.
If I can get, like, another spell scroll of shield.
I will allow that. It's a first level spell. It takes you about 8 hours to craft.
Alright.
For our homebrewed rules. Del, do you want to work on anything?
I'm sure I do. I just sorry, it's been a while since I've done any of that. Are we just doing the regular 8 hours, or are we doing multi-day period?
For the first day, for the first 8 hours available for the elves during the first day, what do you want to work on? You can work on anything that takes 8 hours or less, basically, like a first level spell scroll. Let me rephrase that. You can finish anything that takes 8 hours or less.
And how many days travel did we have planned ahead of us?
2.5.
2.5? I'm going to start working on a spell scroll of mirror image, actually.
What level of spell is that? Is that second?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, that'll take you 2 days to finish. Alright, and I will give you a piece of leather to write on that. Let's write that on.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Does Theo want to work on anything during the day?
I'll work on... Which healing potions do I have? I just have a massive amount of...
I have a lot.
I think it's Hack and Leaf... I think it's Heart Sand Poultices that I want to work on.
Okay.
I just need to double check. I think Heart Sand Poultices do the largest healing portion.
The Heart Sand Poultices are the most powerful healing item that we have, aside from Del.
Yeah.
Just wanted to caveat that. A Heart Sand Poultice takes 8 hours to prepare.
And then, I forget, is it 1 hour for the Hack and Leaf brews?
1 hour to prepare a Hack and Leaf brew, yes. So in 8 hours, you can make 8 Hack and Leaf brews, or you could make 1, possibly 2 Heart Sand Poultices.
I'll work that back. I'll work on the 8 Hack and Leaf brews.
Alright. You make 8 Hack and Leaf brews. Alright, that is the first day of travel, with 1,000 people walking along behind us. The next day, if I could go to the right thing. Sorry, what was that?
He's gonna smack herself in the forehead. I've got plans for the next day.
Okay.
We've got 1,000 people behind us. You think they can't help us make some healing potions?
That would require them to know how.
Oh. I thought I had a brilliant idea.
Alright, so the 26 for the second survival check is sufficient. This does bring us finally into sight, after a long time, of trees.
Ooh, wood!
Indeed, maybe to craft arrows, which I need. I need lots of arrows, Thea. Lots and lots of arrows. I go through them real quick.
Alright, army. I expect 10 arrows per person.
The Chrysovians look at Theo with absolute horror. Why on earth would you carve wood into arrows? Rafts, understandable. Certain types of weapons, maybe. Furniture, absolutely. Arrows? What's wrong?
Allow me to clarify. Do you prefer to kill demons or be eaten by demons?
We prefer you to kill the demons, thank you.
Good. So help us carve some arrows.
We have no idea how.
Yeah, I figure
Alright, so... does anyone want to work on anything during the second day? Varin will take some time and... does he have hack and leaves? Let me check.
I've got like 90 of them. So.
Oh gosh.
Let's see.
Oh, I do have hack and leaves. I have 10 hack and leaves, so I'm just going to go ahead and make 8. And now I have 20 hack and leaf brews. Given the fact that this General de Solgor fellow is very determined to end me, I want options.
I didn't realize I have 2 heart sand poultices already in my slot.
And only 2?
I have 2 heart sand poultices, but 1 heart sand.
Ah. Interesting. Do you want to work on a heart sand poultice, sir?
I wanted to, but then how long is it gonna take for me to do a spell scroll with a lightning bolt spell or a fireball spell?
8 hours per spell level. So lightning bolt is 3rd level, yes?
Yeah.
So it'll take you about 24 hours.
I think I'll work on a heart sand and turn it into a heart sand poultice.
That makes sense. All right. In that case, sir, would you please give me... Oops, wrong word. Hang on. My keyboard is typing faster than my screen is taking it. Alright, this button, and that's not what I wanted. Oh, it is what I wanted. Adran, would you please give me a nature or medicine check? And if Del wants to cast guidance, you can do that with a D4.
Let's see. Whoops. That's not what I want. Get over here.
Thank you, Del.
I have a question.
So I need to do...
Your choice, nature or medicine.
Oh, I got a higher level on nature. So.
And you can add a D4 to that.
All right, let me add D4.
That is 17. Unfortunately, that's not. You almost managed to stretch it into making 2 poultices, and at the last moment, your elbow gets jostled and you spill a little bit. You only get 1 poultice. You were very close.
Very close. Oh well.
Indeed.
At least 1 is better than none.
Precisely. Thea or Del, what was your question?
With regards to spell scrolls, do you need to be skilled in that particular type of magic to be able to cast them, or have them on your spell list to be able to cast them?
So the way I run it, you need to have the spell currently prepared and ready to cast. So for example, a cleric automatically knows all spells, but they only have some of them prepared. The way I understand it, you would have to have it prepared in order to actually make the spell scroll, because you have to cast the spell as part of the action of creating it.
Sorry, I meant once it's completed, for any random cast to be able to use the scroll, do they need to be already know the spell or have it on their class spell list in order to be able to cast it?
Okay, I see what you're asking. There are rules for this in the player's handbook, which I left on the other side of the room for me. I believe you have to be at least a caster in order to use a spell scroll.
That yes.
I further believe that it's that you have to have that spell on your class list in order for you to cast from a spell scroll. I believe is how that goes.
Okay. I was intending to give the mirror image to Varin, but that's not going to work.
I believe that actually would work. Mirror image is on the wizard spell list.
Not the ranger spell list?
Oh, you said. I'm sorry. I thought you said Adran. No, it's not on the ranger spell list.
I was thinking you really kind of needed it lately.
I got a bow that gives me +3 to my armor, and it still is not enough. All right, and I've already marked that 2 days are gone from recharging your marble elephant there for Thea. For day 104, our second day of travel to the forest, to the woods, I mean, the temperature is normal all day. There is no wind in the morning, a light breeze at noon, and strong winds in the evening, bringing once again strong ash and smoke and sandfall. It is now day 105. This is the day where we actually reach the woods. The woods are in clear sight, so getting to the woods is not a problem. Varin does not need to make a navigation check for this. We reach the forest about midday. The Crusovians split off immediately to begin cutting down trees and cutting them into rafts. Adran, after all your preparation and talk with Nanny Agatha, it suddenly occurs to you, you have no idea what kind of creature it is that we need to be looking for beyond some sort of a fiend.
Yeah. I just know it's... Oh, great. Now I'm gonna trip over my memory there. I want to say it's in the west.
Well, we're in the west. Check.
Okay. Just making sure.
I have some magic that can help me find specific creatures, but they have to be within about 1,000 feet of me. Oh, and I would have cast non-detection for 2 days as well. I almost forgot. 2 more pinches of diamond dust away. There you go. It's got to be within 6 miles of here, at least.
At least.
I could do, my awareness. I don't think it's super important. But the other thing that we could do is just look for tracks. You said that you don't know what kind of creatures are setting up the next breach point, but they are creatures, right?
They are creatures. There are fiends.
Well, and they must have come from Adran, please give me an intelligence check. I will accept history or nature.
Okay, come back here. My screen kind of went black for a little bit.
Gasp. And you have guidance, so you get a D4. I imagine Dell just puts his fingers on your forehead. It's like, think hard, Adran.
And you said I could do a nature check for this?
Yes, you can.
All right. There's my nature check.
A nat 1.
Wow.
Roll a D4. You might still beat the DC. Just saying. Okay. That's a total of 15, which actually does beat the DC.
Oh, good.
The lay of the land here would suggest to you that if General de Solgor originally set up his initial entry point deliberately to block our path, then his forces would have had to have been to the south of us, which means that in order to get here and start creating the second point of entry, they would have had to come from whereas we had to travel straight west with a touch to the north, they would have had to travel north by northwest. So there's a chance that we might pick up the trail of the enemy if we head in a southwest direction.
Okay.
Make sense?
Let's go. Yeah.
All right. Varin will start scanning for tracks. Well, a 34 will do. We are currently in the forest, which is applying Natural Explorer on top of, let's see, his abilities. Let's check and see what I've got. Hang on one second.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Within an hour, Varin picks up a trail of several creatures, humanoid, about medium size. And they would have come through this area a couple of days ago. Adran, after Varin points out the tracks to you, you can give me an investigation check.
Alright. Investigation. Here we go.
Two things stand out to you. They might have, the timeline suggests that they might have been coming up here a little bit before the eruption that blocked off the way south. The other thing is, these are orc prints. Triggering a bit of heat in all of the elves' blood of, we don't like orcs. Orcs don't like us.
No, we do not like orcs at all.
Okay, let me get to here. So we will be following the trail, I assume, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's do... Hang on. I'm trying out some buttons here.
Oh.
Hooray, it worked!
Good.
Bearing in mind that it is still under the cover of smoke and ash, so everything is in dark conditions, for one. For two, I closed something I didn't want to close. Darn it. It is about noonday, currently. Okay? You all can still hear me, right?
I can hear.
Okay. Just got nervous there. Sorry, my Dungeon Master screen is being slow. Where'd it go? Shrink that. And there it is. Hooray, I didn't close it. There is currently a strong wind, which means we have disadvantage on all hearing checks. Once I find, oops, I went the wrong way. There we go. Disadvantage on hearing checks. Disadvantage on ranged weapon attacks. This wind will disperse fog. Non-magical flight is impossible in these winds. And if you're flying even by magical means, if you don't land at the end of your turn, Adran, pay attention. If you don't land at the end of your turn, you fall.
Okay.
So be careful about flying.
I might just stay solid on the ground from here on out.
Varin's regarding some of his spell knowledge, kind of like, oh man, why strong winds today? Okay, I'm adding tokens, so give me 1 second. Did we leave, as discussed, we still retain the bone cart. Did Del recover or help the mules recover?
Yeah,
Or
I
did
think it was.
Go ahead.
Well, I believe the plan was to help them recover, but leave them with the Crusovians for the time being.
Okay. So we don't have the bone cart with us. Is that about right?
Not unless Agent desperately wants it.
I didn't necessarily want it at all.
Okay. Do you
I
want
still have
crutches
crutches,
with us?
right?
Oh, yeah, Del did recover crutches. Did you want crutches?
I did want crutches.
That fine. Okay. Let me rearrange our tokens here to make sense. Del, I imagine you would be in the middle. Thea, where would you want to be?
Hiding in the trio. Wait, that didn't work.
There you go, sir. There's crutches.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. To our northwest. So we're following, Varin is following the trail. And he indicates that we should stop. Let me hit this button here. There we go. Through the trees and the murk to the northwest of our position. If you zoom out to about 50%, I will put a line on the map. There you go. You should be able to see what appears to be a glowing stone altar. Not much is discernible until we get closer. However, There's definitely at least 1 or 2 orcs in that area. Can you all see that?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Yes, because it's a very lightly glowing stone altar. There we go. So Varin, seeing this, considers the win, looks over at you, Adran. So, do we want to do this from distance, when it's going to be harder to hit, or do we want to get in close?
I'd say let's get our stealth checks going.
You always say these words, stealth checks, and I don't know what that means.
Del could cast guidance on both Varin and Adran as they go to... Oh wait, I can only do it on one.
Yeah, you can only do it 1 at a time. Okay, so...
Yeah, I'll cast it on
I would
Adran.
say... Okay, Adran, you have guidance for attempting to hide. He's with his connection to the divine. Del is trying to give you some helping hands. And I will request an animal handling check to get crutches to move quietly, please.
All right.
Animal handling check works out. Thea, you've got... Is that 22? That's for Del, right?
Oh, that is Del. That was supposed to be Thea, but that is Del.
Okay, so Del has a 22 to hide. That is a good stealth check.
That's Thea.
Thea has a 34. Thea's pretty well hidden in the dark, yes. Alright, and Adran, you can add a d4. Adran, there you go. Alright, so Adran gets a total of 20. Nice. Varin is looking ahead. There is a body of water that flows thusly into a stream. It's a bit of a long step across from here, from where we are to the other side, about 25 feet. I think Thea can make that jump. Some of us might have to swim. Looking at Del.
Thea could offer to go do a... Wait. Wait.
Adran?
I was about to offer to go scouting, but I don't think it'd matter.
I mean, you can go scouting if you want. It's just, how are you gonna... It's gonna be difficult to report back. Adran, do you want me to sneak up and get to a different position on these guys? Or do you want us to approach as a group?
Well, let's see. Why don't you try to get a better angle on these guys?
Okay. Give me 1 to 2 minutes to get into position. First, Varin is going to cast Longstrider at 2nd level. Sorry, I forgot Thea doesn't have... Wait, no, Thea has Augmentor. Varin's going to cast Longstrider at 2nd level on himself and on Del. Del, you get +10 to your movement speed for the next hour.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And then Varin is also going to cast Jump on himself. So for the next minute, he can jump up to 3 times his normal range. Give me a minute to get into position. And bonus action to hide. Whoa. Varin gets a 30. Okay, Varin melds into the darkness as though he was never there.
You said it was heavy wind conditions, so we have disadvantage on any ranged attacks, correct? At any
Correct.
range?
And any ranged weapon attacks. So, for example, ranged spell attacks, no disadvantage.
Noted.
He is going to take a Clear Eye and a Fleet Foot.
So Clear Eye will give you advantage versus the disadvantage, which means it'll cancel that out and give you just your standard attack roll.
Well, For the ranged ones, yes, but it also works for melee attacks, correct? To just give
Correct.
automatic advantage?
Yes, for melee dexterity-based attacks. That's
Yeah.
1 round of dashing. Give me a second, I'm trying to figure this out. Move to here,
And
35 feet.
Thea's gonna ask Adrian if she can just kind of run ahead as well. Look for a good spot.
Yes, you can also run ahead and make sure that you pair up with Varin and let him know that you are following alongside with him.
Okay.
So for perspective, Thea, that means that you do need to, if you're going to move for 1 minute, that's 10 rounds. 10 actions, 10 movements, 10 bonus actions. Make sense?
Yes, although I'm gonna see if I can. Can I put her back where she was? Because I wasn't paying attention.
Try Control Z, or you can click on
There
your
we go.
token and hit X.
Got it.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
So we're counting out. We get 10 rounds to move.
Ow, that was loud. Yes, essentially. And I'm trying to look something up, so give me 1 second. Jumping is move 10 feet, and then your long jump is what? Move a number of feet up to your strength score. Varin's strength score is 12 times 3. Varin has a jump distance of 36 feet. Long jump. So he's gonna dash. And jump across the river here. So Varin is now confronted. So that was 2 rounds. Varin has crossed the river. So actually, Thea and Adrian and Del, if you would not mind holding on for just 1 second, okay? So I can. So I'm going to move Varin around to get him to where he needs to be. Thank you. So 1 action to dash means he gets to here. That's 3. Or sorry, 4 rounds. My bad. Wait, I've lost count. 2 to get across the river. Okay, so this is 3rd round. Action to dash makes that. No action to dash. Sorry, I'm losing count. Across the river. There. Okay, so I'm at 4 rounds. 6 remaining. Five rounds. Jumping across. 6. Seven. I don't know if you all can see what Varin is seeing.
Cannot.
Okay. 8. 9. Varin is going to move here. This will complete 1 minute of moving around, trying to scout out the area a little bit. Varin will use hide in plain sight, because that's been 1 minute, to stealth and hide himself basically here and wait in preparation for the rest of you. So that's a stealth check of 40. He is not here apparently. All right,
Okay.
so that is Varin's minute. Thea. Varin goes taking off into the darkness, even as you and Adrian whisper that Thea is also going to be moving into, excuse me, the darkness and kind of scout as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have 10 rounds of movement, actions, and bonus actions available to you. You can spend them how you wish.
Quick question on these. What I assume are trees, or are these like large bush shrubberies, or
These are trees.
what would the kind of cover and concealment look like down on the ground level?
Enough for an elf to hide behind.
Okay, but basically just the tree trunk. It's not like the shrubbery to hide within.
Yeah, precisely.
Okay.
We're still on the shallow edges of this forest. And Adrian, while Thea is moving, I would appreciate it if you get ready to figure out what you want to be doing.
Well, I was wondering, is there a way for crutches to spread like some sort of a web line from like one tree to the other side, or would it just be safer for him to try and swim across?
To be stealthy about it, I would say the web would actually work. Crutches does have the ability to blast web out.
Okay. So I definitely want to take advantage of him of, shooting his web across the river, so then that way he just stealthily takes his time to cross the river.
Okay. Keep that in mind for when it's your turn. Thea, to get as far as you've gotten, I assume you've action dash, bonus action dash?
Yeah, basically one turn to get here below the river. I'm using about a third of my movement, a little less than a third of my movement, to get across the river with a jump. And is
Using
this
second degree work?
Second story work?
Second
yes.
floor. Second story. Thank you. Ahead of you, Thea, you can see now an immense boulder. It is about 30 feet tall.
Nothing else distinguishing about it?
Seems kind of you're kind of in darkness. Kind of hard to tell. You're essentially seeing things in shades of gray. Make sense?
Okay, if I move closer, anything distinguishing about it?
Do you touch it?
Cautiously?
Yeah, because if you do, this will be about 3 or 4 shades of gray, not 50.
All right, Agent, you can have an inspiration point. Thea, touching this rock, you notice 2 distinguishing things. One, while it looks smooth, it's kind of got like a bubbly, gnarly surface texture to it, where it's not as smooth as it looks, but it's not craggy either. The second thing you notice is that this thing is rather warm. Like, more intensely than body. Actually, a good point of reference, imagine like touching someone who has a 104 degree temperature fever.
Do I have any idea if this is alive or not? Do I have any kind of a insightful guess or anything?
You can give me a pardon me, you can give me an inspiration check at disadvantage. Or sorry, investigation.
That was rather inspiring.
Thank you. It seems like a really warm boulder.
Okay.
I believe you've used 3 turns so far, yes?
More like 1.5. A little bit over 1.5.
I'm going to say a total of 2 in order to investigate.
Okay.
You still have 8 turns essentially to do something with.
Yeah, I can make about 135 with an action dash and bonus action dash on a single turn. So I'm basically gonna head up here, just checking to see if there's anything else concerning, basically.
To your west, there is a bubbling, rippling body of water. With your range of dark vision, it's hard to tell exactly how large it is. There are patches of seaweed floating on the top of it.
Okay.
Did I say seaweed? Plant life. We'll go with plant life.
And then otherwise, I'm gonna come back down here on my 1, 2, 3, 4th turn.
Okay.
I got a bad feeling about this boulder.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like it's alive or something. I don't know. Is the ground around us warm? Like, is the environment uncommonly hot compared to the boulder?
You can use your action to give me an investigation check at disadvantage. That would constitute, I believe, your 5th round. Or at least your 5th round action, excuse me.
It would be a 5th round. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the help in keeping count. It gets a little messy.
Well, since I'm not moving, I figure I might as well start counting.
I appreciate that. The ground around this boulder is incredibly lush with life and almost cold to the touch. Basically, it feels like standard Earth. The boulder is definitely distinct from that, with its rather unusual heat.
All right.
I mean, if anything, it's warming up to you.
Why do you always wait until you have an inspiration point to come out with some of your best one-liners?
It
Dell's gonna catch up to. Dell's gonna spend 2 turns to catch up to Adran. And I think Thea's gonna try stabbing the boulder.
I assume quietly?
Yes?
Are you going to full-on attack it? What do you intend to do with this?
I don't know, I get the feeling it's alive, like, I could be wrong.
Okay, so with your investigation check earlier, it seems like a boulder. It's just
okay.
a large, hot boulder.
I thought it was like some type of sleeping troll or something. Or, no, sleeping earth troll or something.
No, the only reason why a troll would be like an actual rock and boulder, meaning that it was outside during the sunlight.
And for referencing both The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, I will put an inspiration point out there. Adrian, you could decide who gets it. You already have your inspiration point.
Does Dell have an inspiration?
He is empty.
I will give him the inspiration point.
Thank you.
Dell has an inspiration point.
Okay.
Well referenced, sir.
I think Thea's just gonna hide behind this tree and I will ready an action to dash out and stab this guy.
Okay. I think that's acceptable use of readied actions. I'd have to double check, but I don't want to do that right now. So, Thea, have you ended your what would be your trigger?
Basically, whenever we feel like combat's about to start, that'll be my trigger. I feel like we're about to kick off into a fight.
I mean, that is why we're here. All right, Adrian. It's been about a minute since Varin took off. It's been about 30 seconds since Thea took off. Not that you know it, because she's so quiet. Dell's standing next to you. What do you want to do, sir?
I want to cross the river.
All right. Where do you want Crutches to lay his web?
Well, let's see. There's a tree right over here. I don't know why I moved you. I didn't want to move you just yet. Get back down here. There. Was thinking of making a line from this tree to this tree here.
Okay.
But according to the distance, is that doable?
Since these aren't static targets, and what you're basically asking Crutches to do is what a spider does. There you go.
Yeah, about 60 feet.
Give or take. And there is now a web bridge.
Great. And I can only assume that this is the non-sticky part of the web.
For Crutches, it doesn't matter. Crutches can treat
Could-
webs as though they're ordinary terrain.
Could
Alright.
Dill ask Adrian for help and to kind of just follow along with him?
Right.
Would you
double
like to
on
be
the sub-
bound up in the web and then just attached to his body somewhere?
I thought he was going to ask to just ride shotgun on the
Yeah.
spider.
I was
Okay,
kind of thinking
okay.
more just like, can I ride shotgun with you?
Okay, you can hop on my back. Or hop on the back of the spider.
He's a little guy. It shouldn't be too much of a difficulty. I'm sure there's nothing in the water that'll jump out at you.
Oh, don't tempt me. All right,
Like
so
Pip-
it's about
Like
25.
Pippin in the movie. What does turning this arrow do?
It's about 30 feet to get to the base of that tree, and then it takes about another 30 feet to get up, I assume.
I would accept that, yeah, because you're going to have to, climb up in order to hurl the web out and over the
Okay.
water.
And
yes,
that's
Crutches has the feature Web Walker. The spider ignores movement restrictions caused by webbing. Handy
It's
play
nice.
there, sir.
That's one round. Second round is him shooting the webbing across the trees.
Okay.
Third round is actually getting across.
Excellent.
So I'm
Now,
basically...
do bear in mind, Adrian, you did roll a very good stealth check earlier. However,
Yes.
getting into line of sight, and basically if you get within their dark vision, you're visible. You don't have the wood elf ability to hide in the darkness.
Okay.
Okay?
Real quick. With Thea's extra rounds that she had available to her, would she be able to apply poison to augment her?
I would completely accept that.
Let's see. Fourth round, I'm moving to the back side of the boulder.
And Adrian, do you stay with Adrian and Crutches?
Basically up to the tree line, yes. If he goes anywhere past that, I'm getting off.
Okay. And Adrian, how many turns has this been? About 5?
I want to say that I just ended my fourth one,
Okay, thank you, sir.
so I'm now on my fifth round. How tall is that boulder, did you say before?
About 30 feet.
About 30 feet. I'm thinking, well, since I already have my shield unequipped, I think I might want to pull out my longbow.
Okay. And you recall that in strong wind conditions, all ranged weapon attacks have disadvantage automatically.
Yes, but I'd still like to give a try at least.
Noted. That is acceptable.
So, I am now going to take my fifth round and put Adran and Crutches on the very, very top of the rock.
Noted.
And I think that's where I want to be, with bow and arrow stretched out, ready to rock and roll.
All right.
No pun intended.
I'd give you an inspiration point, but unfortunately, no, not so much.
Do you have one?
I do not.
I give the point to you.
Why, thank you, sir. I will award you an inspiration point. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
All right. So we have technically and effectively surrounded these orcs and company. Adrian, you're not terribly sure what you're seeing out there. Something large.
Mm-hmm.
Thea, let's see if you could see it. I think you saw it earlier, though, the large thing there. The thing is, did anyone settle on an arrangement as to what anyone would be doing?
I think
What do
you
you
just
mean?
wait 30 seconds and give it a go.
Adrian, did you have a thought to that in that regard?
Well, being the Thunder Lord and all, I was actually thinking about lighting him up a little bit.
Oh boy. All right. I assume that means you're casting a lightning bolt.
A lightning arrow, yes.
Lightning arrow. Okay. It's been about a minute and 30 since Varin took off to go scout out a little bit. Out of curiosity, is Varin within range of message?
Well,
Don't think so. What, 100-foot range?
130, I believe.
Come again?
I believe it's 130 feet. Let me pull that up there for you.
Sorry, I was already looking at something else. 120 feet. Varin is outside that range.
Yeah.
All right, so there is no prearrangement as to what to do or what signal to watch out for, so Varin doesn't know what to look for. Adran, how do you want to proceed, sir?
Well, you said that with my regular arrows in this wind, it's a disadvantage. If I use my magic arrows, does it still have a disadvantage on it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hit or miss. Still want to liven things up a little bit. I'm just ready to shoot off one firework. Kind of, I don't know, get this party started.
Makes sense. He cannot see you. You cannot see him. That applies advantage and disadvantage, which actually cancels out the disadvantage of shooting in the wind.
So I shoot it normal?
You shoot it normal, sir.
Maybe next shot I'll actually close my eyes. All right.
Yeah, I did get your message. Adran, you may take your shot, and we will roll for initiative.
Alright, let's see. I want to do my half screen now so that I can see what I'm rolling. Here is my lightning arrow.
A 29 to hit I think that's fairly safe to say will hit, and we will roll for initiative.
Come on, just one.
You were
There we
targeting
go.
You were targeting this big fellow right here, right?
Yes, because I saw something big moving around.
Excellent, thank you, sir.
That is my initiative roll. Wow.
Nat 20 on initiative. Nice. Adran with the high rolls tonight. Alright. Sia, go ahead and roll your initiatives, and I will roll for Crutch's initiatives there for you there, sir.
Oh, thanks. For some reason I can't get a hold of them.
And
No worries.
Dia's gonna need a double initiative of 13 and 3 for the first round.
Okay. Thea, when you're ready, I do have the drow poison information available for you.
Thank you.
A
Is
creature
that in the
subjected...
books or?
It's in the DMG.
Okay, if you just give me a page number, I can pull that up.
258.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
He's on top of it.
Which one is he?
You?
What just happened?
I don't know. What?
Oh, I know what happened. No, ignore that roll. That is not a good roll.
Fine, then you go first.
Well, I think you beat me in the initiative. So.
So that should be 19 plus 5. So my initiative roll should be 24. Sorry, everyone. I insist upon it. Oh, goodness. All right, Anthea, you need to have your thieves' reflexes turn added, yes? which is your
Yes,
turn
please.
minus 10, right?
Yes. Yes.
Thank you. 13 minus 10 means you should be at 3 for your thieves' reflexes. Excellent. Scroll up.
Although I also have the ready to action for.
Yes, I'm getting to that.
Okay.
Because Varin did not have a ready to act. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do.
I'm thinking I may regret. Because I can't actually run away afterwards, but we'll find out.
Now, the thing is, you did not actually tell me what your trigger was.
It's basically like the moment I feel like combat's about to start.
Okay, did you tell me that earlier? I don't remember.
I did.
Okay, thank you, and I apologize.
Yeah, it was only after you asked, so.
Right. Okay, so, Thea, you may now take your ready to action.
So as I see the glow, or see Agent tightening his bow, I think it was.
I think what would happen is you would see the bolt of lightning go singing off from this 30-foot tall boulder you're at the base of. I don't think you have line of sight on Adran.
Okay.
But you
That's
see it
what
go
I'm
singing
just
off
gonna-
and strike like lightning into the shoulder of that big fella.
Yes. And I'm just gonna dash up there and try to stab into that same area
Excellent.
with my poisoned sword.
Alright, you have advantage on the attack. Thanks to Clear Eye. And also coming up from hidden.
No sharpshooter?
By the way, Thea, are you pulling out both your swords for this, or just the one? Because you do have dual wielder. Which will give you a +1 to your armor.
I'll pull out my augmenter and a dagger.
Nice.
I'd like to be able to throw it.
Ready to action will only allow you to make one attack, though. Okay?
Yes.
On your next turn, you'll be able to use your bonus action to make attacks.
And I would
Okay.
like, but I'm guessing I will not be able to bonus act and dash back out of this.
Not on your reaction turn, no.
Yeah,
You
I
have
was
to wait for
hoping,
your
but
turn.
yeah, I realized I probably couldn't.
Okay, let me real quickly.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was just guessing that would probably hit 23.
I'm just trying to make sure I get this right. Hang on. Okay. I sabotaged you by accident. Let me fix that.
Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, right? Okay, your dagger is good to go for dual wielding. If you will scroll down on your character sheet, you should see the global attack modifier field and the global damage modifier field.
Check.
When you go to make dagger attacks, you need to check that offhand weapon button. It's right beneath sneak attack. And I see you already checkmarked for dual wielding. Thank you. Okay, so you get a 23 to hit with Augmentor. Dealing a total of... Okay, good. Sharpshooter's not on. Total of 45 damage, and I believe you said that this sword was poisoned, yes?
Yes, which I forgot to check. So, the creature subject to this poison must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution save or be poisoned for 1 hour. If they fail by 5 or more, the creature is also unconscious while poisoned.
DC 13, you say?
Yes.
Okay, well he failed, but not by 5 or more. So he is poisoned, but conscious. Alright. So that was your ready to action there, Thea. And I'm checking something real quick. For poison, I believe it's a one-use only for melee weapons. I'm just double checking, or at least I'm trying to. If I could find the items, that would help. Ball bearings, I'm a little not in the right spot. Holy water, no. Poison. Poison. Takes an action, or in your case, a bonus action. Retains poison. Yeah, I think it's that poison is expended after each use when it's on a melee weapon. Alright, so that creature is poisoned. There's no added damage to that poison, right?
Yeah, I was surprised to realize no, there is not.
Interesting. Well, that does mean that he's poisoned, which means it's gonna be harder for him to hit you. All right, Thea, with your new position, you're able to see that this is an ogre, in point of fact. Not only that,
Wow.
it's not the only ogre. There's another ogre over there.
Ogre.
There's quite a few orcs gathered here. I just got your joke there, sir. Nice. There also happens to be, at the base of this tree over here, a rather large feline creature. And that is it for Adran's initial action and Thea's readied action. Actually, let me check something real quick. I apologize. Whoop, wrong way. Okay, so I'm going to say I'm trying to figure out how this works exactly. Give me 1 second. Okay. Adran, I'm going to allow you 2 more attacks and your movement since you're at the top of the round anyways with your 30 initiative. Nice roll, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, that sounds fair. I will see about ending that ogre with another lightning arrow.
All right.
And
Shot,
do
sir.
I shoot at disadvantage this time?
You shoot at normal because he still cannot see you, and you cannot see him.
Gotcha. All right.
You're literally on the
this.
edge of, just so you know, you're literally on the edge of his dark vision.
Oh, lucky me. All right, shooting another one out there.
A 19 will definitely hit. And that lightning arrow goes into his left eye.
Whew. Maybe I can take his other eye for a souvenir. Ha, 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 ha.
That's 1 eyeball, 2 eyeballs, but not 3 eyeballs. You have 1 last attack in your movement, sir.
Well, I thought I saw a little bit of rustling around, maybe in like that direction.
I'm sure you did.
So I'm going to use my last arrow on that area.
That makes sense.
And here we go. Hope I hit something.
I believe you said it right here, right?
Yeah, the one that was closest to him.
Okay.
That one right there.
Your arrow just barely clears the still falling over corpse. You almost shot the target. You almost shot the dead target. That's how I would put that.
Wow.
Managing to hit for 10 lightning damage. He cannot see you. You cannot see him, so you attack it normal. Handy that. Alright, sir. Those were your 3 attacks. Did you want Crutches to move anywhere?
No, I think I want him to stay right there.
And alright. And did you want to bonus action anything?
Not at this time.
Excellent. Alrighty then. In that case, we move to Varin. Varin's in a bit of an interesting situation here. Varin is not terribly concerned about the wind. Because feral senses make it so that I have advantage on attacking targets that I cannot see and that cannot see me. Feral senses, thank you. So basically, the disadvantage of the wind is making it so that Varin has normal attacks on creatures he cannot see and that cannot see him. And I know there's a wounded fellow out there. We're surrounded by trees. I'm going to go ahead and start using my regular arrows. shooting at normal. I'm going to go ahead and put sharpshooter on this. Why not? And he's wounded. Thank you, sir. This is going to be ugly. Colossus Slayer, sharpshooter.
Getting hit from one side and to the other side? Man.
Pretty much.
Too bad there's no long-range advantage shots. That would be killer.
I get 19 to hit on a target that was already wounded, and definitely 19 hits. Colossus Slayer adds 3, sharpshooter 10, and my arrow delivers 10, for a total of 23 damage on a wounded target.
Overkill.
Emphasis on the kill.
Splat.
Indeed. Thud. So that was Varin's first shot. I'm going to zoom in a little here. And then bonus action, Varin's going to mark that guy. I'm going to use a spell scroll. Ow, my back. For Hunter's Mark. Spell scroll is here. I forgot to say something. I am so sorry. Why didn't that? Okay. And I forgot. Oh my gosh, I'm forgetting my buttons everywhere. Okay. 32 minus 5 is going to hit. I don't even need to finish calculating that. Here is Hunter's Mark. What I was going to say was that Varin... Wait, no. For what I'm doing? No, I'm not going to volley. Never mind. Alright. Oh, goodness. And I left Colossus Slayer on. I'm sorry. Colossus Slayer, go off. So ignore the 5 for Colossus Slayer. That's 10 from Sharpshooter, 6 from Hunter's Mark, and 12 from my arrow. For a total of 12 and 6, 18, and 10. 28 damage on the robed orc.
Kind of had a pretty good idea on what you're going to be naming this episode.
What would that be?
Oops, I did it again.
Oops.
Oops.
Thea, it seems to be in the clear. My position has been revealed. Varin is going to move. Go here.
Adios.
Alright. Del, it is your turn, sir.
I am going to climb down. Let's see. 5. 10, 30. 40. There. How close did I get him? Oops.
Did you jump from the boulder to the tree?
No, I climbed down and around.
It's just
Sorry.
so to climb down the boulder, you're using climbing mechanics for Del, which means you have to spend 30 feet of speed in order to move 15 feet. Because you're climbing.
Unless you took your robes, flapped it into the wind, and it blew you over to the tree.
I'm sorry, I forgot you have Long Strider on. I do apologize. Okay.
I do have
you have
40.
To
I'm just.
You have to spend 40 feet of speed to move 20 feet while climbing, and it's a 30-foot tall boulder. So in order to get all the way down,
Okay.
Del has to dash.
I didn't think we were way completely at the top.
Well, you were on crutches, right?
I know. I didn't realize we were completely up at the top just because, like, from the way the graphics were, I thought we were kind of like halfway up the thing. Either way, though.
No.
Sorry.
No,
we're just
I
trying to
was
figure
all
out-
the way up at the top there.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah, I'll make this simpler. I'll just cast Insect Plague.
Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Okay, where do you want to place it?
Let me double check here. Sorry,
20-foot radius? Yes.
20-foot radius.
Okay, please give me a ping where you want me to place it.
Will help if I broadcast to others. Think.
Did you set it to linger?
Did not.
20 feet.
Oh, hold on. Just a second. I think I actually went that one. There. That's a 20-foot.
Hang on. Yeah, for the purposes of this, I'm going to ask you to go in a straight line rather than a diagonal. So straight down or
Okay.
straight to the side. It's just to make it more manageable to me, okay? Because I don't know what happens exactly, but when you go on diagonal like
Yeah,
that,
it's weird. It's just weird.
Yeah.
We'll just
So
fill
thank
that
you
up
for
for
your-
difficulties of the game.
pretty much. It's what you deal with when you have circles versus squares. Or circles on
I believe
squares.
that one will work nicely there.
Alright, so all of them have to make Constitution saving throws, and the save is 19, right? Please remember to set it to linger.
Oh, there was a linger.
Well, it didn't linger. There you go. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh.
6, 7. I make that 7. 7 orcs caught in that area, including the guy that Varin just shot. And a heavily muscled fellow. So I said 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Sorry, the 20 is covering up the bottom one on my screen.
Yeah, I
7
wasn't sure about
concepts.
these
4,
two guys
5,
on the edges.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
7 con saves on the way. Well, 2 of them got nat 20s.
Good for you.
Right? 1, 2 fails, 3 fails. Wait, what did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4 fails.
I am kind of curious when that you count these guys on the edge or not.
I'm counting them. I'm counting that guy, and I'm counting that guy.
And it should be a total of 9 people
No.
making saves.
Well, I haven't gotten to these 2 yet.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you know what? You put your right foot in, you put your right foot out, and you shake it all about.
Right? Especially when insects come plaguing you. But
That's what it's all about.
okay. I'm going to say that let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 succeed. The 4 orcs farthest from Dell are going to succeed. The 3 nearest are going to fail. Make sense?
Yeah.
Once I find Dell. There he is. Okay, and then 2 more. Oh, this guy's not gonna last. I don't think he's gonna, even if he succeeds, I don't know that he's gonna survive this. When I accidentally close the character sheet I didn't want to close. Yeah, he does not succeed. The one that Varin just shot once and brought to bloodied condition, yeah, that guy just failed his save. So this is going to be rather brutal. Unless Dell rolls like all 1s on his damage dice. Which technically
4d10.
is a possibility.
And to be clear, they still take half damage on a fail, or on a successful save.
Yeah, I recall. Okay. So, Dell, roll the damage. Has Insect Plague effectively become the new plant growth? Oh goodness. Oh, so okay. So I said the 3 nearest failed, and the 4 farthest succeeded, right?
I think that's what it was.
Okay, so 24 dead. This guy took a bug right to the neck. And this guy, 24 damage, dead. What does this even look like? So basically, Del points, utters his magic words, and from the middle of that circle outward, just an expanding ring of circling insects that's just going as they rip through bodies. That's disturbing.
And he outstretched his hand and came forth locusts, eating everything in sight.
Okay, so that's the 3 nearest orcs to Del. They're dead. The other 4 are going to take half damage, which is 12. And I would ask you to please put the circle back up when you get the chance.
Is it not there now? It shows on my screen.
It's not on my Dungeon Master screen.
I can see it on mine.
Okay, well, I see it on my player screen. I just don't see it on my Dungeon Master screen. Alright, and the last guy. There you go. You just hear Varin cry out, "Oh, come on! He was mine!"
Yeah, was.
Hang on 1 second.
I had something else in mind, but it's hard to move.
Can you put that circle back up, please?
Sorry, I promise I'm not trying to delete it, but it just kind of... There's something I'm clicking that gets rid of it, and I don't know what.
There. Now you can get rid of it. Insect plague.
Yeah, I apologize. I was not trying to get rid of it.
You're fine.
Happening.
You're fine. You are fine. Del, anything else for you, sir?
I'm basically just going to try to get down off the boulder with my 40 feet movement.
You are now making contact with the boulder, yes?
I believe I still am. I think I might have 5 or 10 feet to go.
Well, that's very bold of you.
Which I could probably just... Do I feel like I could just drop 10 feet without hurting myself?
30
10 feet? No.
Yeah, probably not. Okay.
But Del, in order to climb down the boulder, you're physically touching it, yes?
Yes.
Cool. Give me a
I'm
religion
not
check.
Physically touching it, standing on it?
Well, as far as I understood it, you were still riding on crutches.
If you want to, he could try lowering some webbing or a branch or a rope of some kind.
I think it might be too late. The religion check coming up.
Thank you. Del, this boulder is not a natural boulder. It doesn't belong here. It's out of place. And it's really, really warm. Almost as though something's gone wrong.
Adrian, I think you want to move.
Crutches, I think it's time for us to move.
This creature is surprised. Surprised. All these creatures are surprised. Give me 1 second. I heard that. Stop that. Surprised. What?
Nope, don't want to do that.
What, you heard what?
I don't know. What did I hear?
You know what? I don't know.
Fair enough. Thea. Very odd sensation, just prickling and crawling over your skin. Something to the south of you. Immediately to the south of you has just tingled into your senses. You look that way. It looks just like plants. Just grass, vines, tendrils, roots, leaves. None of which were there a moment ago. It's your turn.
This seems bad.
Oh,
It's
but
your
it's your turn.
You know, that seems like a good thing to stab at.
You have advantage on the attack.
I'm gonna jump and thrust. If I find the correct button. There we go.
I imagine you're jumping away like 23 to hit is indeed a hit, and you get sneak attack, no poison. Excuse me, on your blade. Okay, so that is a total of 36 sneak attack, 10 piercing, 46 damage. Watch that health bar. Good job.
That is not enough. I'm going to bonus action disengage.
Makes sense.
And relocate.
Just why?
Someone just kind of like jump up and then lunge forward, like shoving my blade into it, and using that as a pivot point to kind of like jump over it a little bit and run away.
Right? Do you, Adran, you just see Thea just suddenly bolt away from the fight, like, yeah! After apparently just stabbing at the ground.
And I'm also going to use my interaction to sheath my... Can I sheath both dagger and sword? I believe I can.
Yep, you have... Yes, you have dual wielder.
Okay, so I'll use my interaction to sheath both my weapons.
Excellent. Crutches is mounted and controlled.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, give me 1 second. I hear you.
An idea. I think I want to do that, right?
Can either of you see this wall? No, you can't. Okay. Del, you're on the wrong side of the boulder. Adran, you definitely cannot see that far. Never mind. So that means Varin is watching all this unfold. He just sees this mass of bugs come springing out, and he's like, "Eh, Del's at it again." And then Varin notices kind of like a bow wave moving through the river from underneath. Thea, you skid to a stop. I think you said you put both swords away, yes?
I did, and I'm kind of regretting it already.
Okay. Noted. And thank you for clarifying. Where did I do that? Sorry, give me 1 second. Put something away and I don't know where it went.
Take your time.
Thank you. I shall. Where did it go? Did I close it by accident? No. I think I did. Fine. Give me 1 second to open it. There we go. My head. That's right, gives me a chance to take a drink. Soothe my parched throat. Okay. Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay. Cool. Thea, the water suddenly breaks somewhere you can't see, and all you hear is this massive, loud and an orc scream. we go. Okay. Now for you, where are you? Come on. And then the water breaks again, and another loud rivet.
This is all too familiar to me.
And then there's a big splash. Rivet. Yep, okay.
Yep.
Thea, incoming. I get a 22 to hit.
That does hit.
Okay, you can uncanny dodge, reducing that to on one. I believe that's 6 points of damage total. And you are currently grappled.
Did you say 6 points of damage?
If you want to use your reaction to uncanny
sorry,
dodge,
yeah.
yes.
Okay, I gotcha.
Excuse me. Make sense?
Yes.
Excellent, thank you.
I will use my reaction.
To uncanny dodge. Alright, and you are grappled. At least you're not concentrating on the spell. Nice, thank you. This fellow is surprised. Ooh, pardon me. Adran, you just hear this loud croak, or rather several of them. Boy, is that familiar to you.
Oh, somebody disturbed the waters, I'm guessing.
I think that's a fair assessment, yes. Nope. Okay. Oh, look! There's something big coming slamming up from out of the north. Scroll through here, give me a second. Come on. There is an utterly hideous noise out of the west. It sounds vaguely like a bear, but mixed with the hooting of an owl.
Oh.
That comes rushing up behind Varin, using its action to dash.
It's like an owl bear.
Thea, it is your thieves' reflexes turn. You are currently unarmed, grappled, and bitten. What would you like to do?
Well, I have to say I'm pretty sure I regret put my sword away, but I will draw them back out and I will stab.
That makes sense. Okay,
You pull me closer, I just imagine like I get like caught with his tongue as it pulls me closer, I just draw my sword and try to shove it in its face.
I mean, that makes sense. Let me check the grappled condition. I believe you're just speed 0.
It is 0, yes. I was
Okay,
just kind of
no other-
imagining like visually me, catch me with his tongue.
You're being pulled into its mouth. Yes, you are currently speed 0. No other effect. You have no advantage on the attack thanks to Clear Eye.
And I will also draw my dagger simultaneously as my sword.
Real quick, how long does Clear Eye last? 'Cause I thought it was only a minute.
I believe it is a minute. Oh, we didn't really figure that out, but yeah, could I, because we weren't very specific earlier, could I have taken it while it's here in the tree?
Yes, I will accept that. So
Okay.
round 10, Clear Eye ends.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah, I didn't really think about the timing on that one earlier.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay.
You said you
and
took
attack.
oh yeah, Fleetfoot, so you had 10.
Yeah.
Right, so yes. A 28 will definitely hit, yes. For a second there, I was looking at the wrong stuff. Alright, 11 from the sword, 33 from sneak attack, for a total of 44. Watch that health bar. Hey, look, you're not restrained anymore.
That works conveniently.
Bitten, a little bit sick from the poison, but not restrained anymore. Grappled, not grappled anymore.
And we go. We're in dim light conditions?
We're in dark conditions.
Dark conditions, perfect. I have a bonus action hide.
Okay, that makes sense. You're currently dual wielding, is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. Alright, Thea, anything else for you?
I'll move there. That'll be it.
Oops, wrong button. Alright. And that concludes these reflexes.
Oh,
I'm sorry?
never mind. I was about to do something, but I can't do it anyways. Don't worry about it.
Alright, duly noted. That is the wrong button. Okay. Alright, we are at top of... Oh, wrong button. Top of the round. I'm aware of the time. Do we want to do one more round or call it for the evening?
I do want to do one more round and then call it, because I am
Noted.
starting to fade a little.
Alright. Thea, you good for that?
Sure.
Alright, in that case, Adran, it is your turn, sir.
Oh, let's see. How far away are these guys? Let's see.
Which guys are these guys?
Checking this one particular toad.
Ah,
Oh, he's
fair
about 60 feet from me. Well, I want to see if he can get a little shock.
well, let's find out.
He cannot see me, or can he? At 60
He's
feet.
about 55 feet away from you, correct?
He was about 60 feet.
55, 60, okay. Give me 1 second. What's your dark vision range? 60?
Let me see. Dark vision, dark vision. I am 60 feet.
So technically, there's 60 feet. So you cannot see him, he cannot see you. You attack at normal, sir.
Okie dokie. Oh yeah, that's right. Let me pull out one of those arrows and then...
Yes, do make sure you are marking your arrows gone. You should be
Yes.
down by 4. Yeah, that'll hit. Into the water, the lightning goes.
And
Damage.
might as well shoot one more.
I mean, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that'll hit.
Is he still
Okay.
there?
He's still alive.
Okay, and one more, just for
12,
good measure.
7. And just for bonus measure, 12 points of lightning damage from 3 hits. Nice. 12, 7, 12. He's still alive.
Wow. Took in a lot of hits there. Okay.
Mhm.
And then with my movement speed from crutches, I'm going to crawl off the rock.
I mean, that makes sense.
And yeah, that would put me just right there. Because I think all he can move is about 30 feet.
He can move 30 feet, which does put him on the ground. Thea, please roll me 2d4.
Uh-oh.
Crutches takes 6 points of damage.
What? Oh, because of the wind?
No.
Mm.
You hear Crutches go.
What's going on, bud?
Adrian, you can give me an Arcana check with
Okay.
advantage.
There's that. Let's go. Oh, come on, scroll faster. Oh, come on. There we go. Arcana.
You might have stepped on something.
Uh-oh.
You know Varin's out there somewhere. Varin did cast magic. You're just not sure what he cast.
Oh, anybody could cast anything these days.
Anything else for you, sir?
I think that's going to do it for me for now.
All right. Do you warn anyone?
Yeah, I'm going to warn Thea, and if Del can still hear me. Hey, guys, there's something on the ground that may be a little harmful.
Thea, in answer to your question, I don't know. I know that Del put Inspiring Leader on himself, Adran, Thea, and Varin. Did you put it on anyone else?
I don't think we'd actually clarified yet whether or not Questions was with the group at the time.
I don't think we did, so I'm gonna go with no, just to simplify things.
Okay.
Okay, but it's a good question to ask. Thank you. All right, Varin finds himself confronted by, of all things, a bear with feathers and a fanged beak for a mouth. You know, I thought I was getting used to strange sights in this world. Varin's going to bonus action hide.
Probably a smart move.
Thank you. I thought so. For 15. Yes. Varin is now hidden and concentrating. That was his bonus action. He's not able to move Hunter's Mark onto anyone. Varin's going to go here. No one sees Varin do this, but if anyone had seen this happen, it would have looked as though Varin ran across water without actually sinking into it.
Bad day, bad day, bad day, bad day!
Almost as though he landed on something. No Hunter's Mark. Varin is going to... Let's see. There's a lot of creatures out here all of a random sudden. Lots and lots of creatures. Might be a good idea to start clearing the board. From Varin's point of view. So to that end... There's an old friend. And I can adjust it so I take shots at 4 people, 2 of which are wounded. First shot at the panther creature. Varin has advantage from hidden, but is still going to attack at normal. Because this creature has a special ability that makes it hard to see. First shot. I think I left... Nope, I left Colossus Slayer, or Hunter's names. I left Sharpshooter on, so that's a 12 to hit. Names, goodness gracious me. Which actually is a glancing blow. So 16 becomes 8. Next shot. One of the orcs. I'm going to leave Sharpshooter on. Colossus Slayer if I hit. Nearest orc to Varin. Nearest wounded orc to Varin. Varin's position is revealed. He can now see me. I can see him. So that does mean disadvantage. Thank you, Strong Wind. So I'm actually going to turn Sharpshooter off. Just see how well this goes. Elven Longbow, sing for me. Okay, I probably could have left Sharpshooter on, because that definitely hits. It's for a total of 3 from Colossus Slayer and 8 from the arrow. What's going on here? Oh, I'm selecting the... Okay. I was grabbing the volley token instead of the, orc token. So Colossus Slayer alone would have killed this orc. But with the 8, he's extra dead. Second wounded orc target. No Colossus Slayer. Disadvantage on the shot. You know what? I'm gonna chance it. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna chance it. I want to try and hit and kill. Okay, I should have gone for it. 30 to hit, hits for 7 damage and death. And final unwounded orc target there to the north. Disadvantage on the shot. I will try sharpshooter. Disadvantage. Sharpshooter. And then in Elvish, as Varin takes this last shot. Adran! There's at least one big thing in the water! Okay, that's definitely going to hit. What'd you say?
Was it, do the giant frogs not count?
Oh look, giant toads! Okay, there's definitely more than one. Alright, so it's 11 for the shot, plus 10 for sharpshooter for a total of 21, and thus death. So Varin volleys, shoots at 4 targets and kills 3 of them. Cool.
Till death do us part.
Well, they are now parted. Dearly departed. Wait, what? Oh, and this guy... That's the wrong button.
Amen.
And did Varin move his full movement? Yes. Okay. Varin is now exposed. It is now Dell's turn. Alright, Dell, what you got?
I am trying to figure out what's going on with this boulder. Okay, actually, first I'm gonna finish getting down to the ground.
I did ask you for a religion check earlier, yeah?
Yes, although I don't really remember what came of that other than it's basically something that's bad and out of place.
Yes, I didn't bother filling in the rest because, you know, you were climbing and it was the end of your turn, you had nothing left to do. But we did come here specifically to look for a weak point in the world and kill a fiend that has been imprisoned on this side of the world for who knows how long.
Yep.
We might have just found the weak point / prison of the fiend. And you might have been crawling all over it.
Don't want to see that broken yet.
Wait a second. That big boulder is the weak point?
Or the prison or the whatever.
That explains why the rock is really warm. Ah, why didn't I think of that?
Well, to be fair, Adrian, you didn't know that the rock was warm.
No, I didn't.
No one told you. Thea, did you adjust
your
points?
But he couldn't explain that to me.
Right? You don't have to speak with animals.
Mm-mm.
First maybe there. And then... bonus action cast spiritual weapon, I think.
Okay.
Oh, let me double check. I think that's bonus action.
I believe it is.
Yes, it is. Is that really what I want to do?
I don't know.
Yeah,
what do you want to do?
I'm trying to figure out what else to be doing. Okay. I'll bonus action cast that.
That does end instant. Wait, no. Spiritual weapon's not concentration. Right?
It is not. Although I should have action dashed first, if that's an option.
Action dash before you cast.
Yeah, action dash here. Bonus action. That to show up within 60 feet of me. I'll just put it over here.
Wait, is that like a needle point? First action, or action dash, then roll, or what did you say?
I don't know. Adrian.
Oh.
Please roll me separately. So roll for me 3 separate times, 2d4.
Alright. Alright, so here's the first roll.
Thank you.
Wow, that was quite an animation.
Second roll. Excellent, thank you.
Alright, and the third roll. There we go.
Del, you take a total of 16 points of damage, and I need 3 separate Constitution saving throws to maintain concentration on Insect Plague.
Okay, when did that start happening, and would he have had the opportunity to stop moving when he felt it?
For the purposes of this, I would say you probably wouldn't, because the first few, I'm going to say no. At where you're currently standing, from this point you can adjust your movements. Alright, so the second Constitution saving throw is a nat 1. That's a definite fail.
Yeah.
And in all fairness, you wouldn't know which way to go in order to avoid taking these damages.
Well, I probably would just at least stop moving, but oh well.
Okay. I would say momentum is playing against you there. Alright, so Del, you take, I believe all that damage goes into your temporary hit points, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. And you can give me an Arcana check. Well, you bonus action cast Spike. Do you still want to bonus action cast Spirit Weapon?
Sure, it's not like I'm thinking of much else anyways.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot happening. You're kind of distracted, and all of a sudden your insect storm just went away. You got some things going on here.
Although I would like to know, like, kind of where he was when he started feeling the pain, and whether it was something that he was walking on, or what?
Let me see here. Hang on 1 second. There you go. See that green line?
Mm-hmm.
This is when the pain. This square is when the pain started. And as you stop, if you want to try and figure out where the pain started from, I would ask your action to search. That would be a perception check. But I think you already used your action to dash.
It did, but I was more figuring out, like, was he feeling it in his feet as if he was stepping on something, or not?
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry,
that's something who just, I was, sorry, what I meant to ask was, like, basically, how is he feeling the pain? Whether this is, like, some type of,
feet.
Okay.
And
So
you are currently out of movement. Just so you know.
But I also have the bonus action spiritual weapon pop up here.
What weapon, sir?
Hammer? A magical staff.
Okay. Ow, my shoulder.
Okay, where if you have the icon already available. That's easier.
I don't have it readily available. Good thing that spiritual weapon is not a a concentration spell. There you go. The staff.
Yep.
Alright, and when you cast it, it can make an attack, yes?
Yes, 1d8 plus, how do I do the attack off that?
So you roll a d20 plus your spellcasting modifier.
I think...
Spell attack bonus, excuse me. So 1d20 plus 11.
There we go.
That's a hit. For 11 force damage.
Hooray!
Doesn't hurt
Del,
me.
Right? Del, do you warn Adran of the fact that there is apparently moving plants here?
Yes, I was shouting in general, there seems to be something hurting from the ground.
Fair
It's
enough.
dangerous to walk.
Anything else for you, Del?
Not for the moment, no.
Noted. In that case, the big feline creature that Varin just shot spins and leaps up to its feet, closes the distance, and this is where Varin sees that this thing has massive tentacles sprouting from its back, which is disturbing, to say the least.
Does it have a third eye?
You know what? I'm a little distracted to notice. It's going to rise up, and it's going to lash out at Varin. Second, and there it goes.
That's quite a lash.
Well, the 15 misses, but the 22 hits for a total of 11 total damage as it smacks and stabs. Ow! Going into Varin's temporary hit points, that's 11, leaving him with temporary hit points and a con save. I will use my inspiration point for this. Okay, yep, Varin maintains concentration. No problem. Alright, the orcs are no longer surprised, and no longer inside Insect Plague. Alright, so where's this orc? This guy is going to go after Varin. Orc. Wait, I can close that. Don't need that anymore. Go away. And attack. That misses. This orc up here is going to close on the giant toad and attack once I find the character sheet. And, click on the attack button. Well, that 21 will hit for a total of 15 slashing damage on the toad. There we go, damage applied. Where's this orc? I gotta scroll down.
I can't imagine what a toad scream sounds like.
Something like that?
Yeah.
There he is, okay. So Thea, I believe you are not hidden, correct?
No, she is hidden. She had a bonus action hide. I don't remember what the score was, but...
would you please scroll back up and check for me, please?
I am looking, yes.
Thank you.
36.
Thank you. Alright, Thea, please roll me 2d4, as this guy steps here and hurls a javelin. Adran, javelin coming at you, sir.
Yikes.
Alright, well, he steps, throws, and dies.
Do I sense anything moving near me? Does Thea sense anything moving near her?
I mean, the orc that just fell down on the ground. Adran, I get 21 to attack you with the javelin. I think that misses.
22?
21 to hit.
Oh, 21 to hit? Well, I don't have my shield up, so I think I am at a 21.
So that's gonna hit.
hit.
Do you take the 4 piercing damage, or do you cast shield?
Cast shield!
Alright, you do not take the damage. Thea, you had a question, I think?
Just to check if I wasn't clear earlier, do I sense anything unseen moving near me?
No.
Okay.
And thank you for clarifying.
Yeah, I was referring to.
Yes, thank you. Nope, nothing immediately obvious to you. Nothing that stands out.
Okay.
Did I remember to roll this initiative? Let me check. Yes, I did. Okay, good. Okay, that 21 will hit for 14 slashing damage on the pile of tendrils and leaves and vines and what in the world is that? Adran, behind you, in the corner of your eye, the boulder ripples like water.
Okay.
For a brief moment, you see the imprint of a hand from within, as though pressing against a malleable barrier. Its It's a huge hand.
Maybe I should get my sword and shield out.
And the rock begins to rip open beneath its claw.
Varin, I think we have a fiend here.
You think we have a what?
A fiend near.
Ah, gotcha. The rip spreads over the top of the boulder out of your sight. And then out steps a massive, hulking, furred, horned creature. And it lifts its head to the stormy, ash-filled skies above and lets out a bellowing, rippling, insanity-inducing roar. So that's loose. There we go. Make sure I did that right. I did that wrong. Fortunately, I can. Oh gosh, what just happened? Hang on one second. The Dungeon Master screen decided to flip out on me.
Oh.
Oh my neck. Ow. Okay, coming back. There we go. Perfect, okay. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened to my Dungeon Master screen, but it's back to good. And Thea, from where you are, you also can see that huge thing. And just to the north of you, I believe, you can see this. So right about here. Was that a ripple in the water? Unsure.
That's probably not good.
The orc over here raises his huge axe, bellowing in fury. I don't think any of us can speak orc. Can any of us speak orc?
I cannot, I think, but let me double check.
Okay, you do that. And he's gonna swing at Varin.
I should say we do.
Missing both times. Thea. You remember that mass of plants that you freaked out and stabbed at?
Yep.
You turn and see it. Let's see. And Adran, you see this as well. You see this point on the ground where the orc and Thea and now a staff that's hovering in midair have all attacked, well, plants, whatever that's about. And all of a sudden you see vines, roots, reach up and slam at the orc. The orc is dead.
Well, that's a new one for me.
And then, in rather sickening, horrified fascination, you watch as the orc's body is dragged into the pile of vines and twigs and leaves and roots and...
May the power of fiber compel you.
And it goes here, and...
Thea's watching closely to see if it reacts to the ground or not.
I'm sorry?
Well, because she noticed the one of the previous orcs seeming to like catch on something painful on the ground, so she's watching closely to see if this thing reacts to the ground and takes any harm or not.
Oh, gotcha.
Well, let's see. When Crutches went down to the ground, it got hurt.
Alright, so... Adran, roll me 2d4.
Oh boy. Here we go. It should come up any minute.
I appreciate it.
I'm not sure why it's not rolling right now, but let me try it again. Oh,
There it
there it
goes.
is.
Alright, it takes 5 points of piercing damage.
Eee.
Oh, my neck.
Hmm.
Okay.
Would you be correct in understanding that it's roughly within this circle where it started taking damage?
Roughly about here. Thea, it is your turn.
I'm
Now, to
going
be
to
fair-
deliberately.
To be fair, you don't know about Dell taking damage, and you don't know about... yeah, you know about Crutches getting hurt, but you're not sure why Crutches got hurt.
I'm going to deliberately try to go around that space. Over to here.
Please put yourself right here. And Adran, please roll me 2d4.
Okie
And
dokie.
here I take damage.
You move 1 square, which is 5 feet. You spend 10 feet of movement, and you take... Adran?
It should come up in a little bit.
Here it comes. Then you take 2 points of damage.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Tingles in my footsies.
It could have been worse.
It definitely could have. Could have been 8 instead of 2.
I'm going to step here. I'm
Adran,
guessing I
please
take
roll me
2d4 damage.
And yes, you do. And you have now spent 20 feet of movement.
20. Yeah.
All in all, this is sounding like what you've heard Varin explain as like something like spike growth. That spell that he uses to just have the earth eat enemies.
Yeah. And blood does make the grass grow.
And as I attack the mound of plants, I have advantage, yes?
You still have clear eyes, so yes. And Adrian, that last 2d4.
Oh,
Because she moved another square. 17 to hit. That hits. Sneak attack and stabby damage. Let's see it. 38 from sneak attack and 11 damage from the sword. That makes that 49 damage. Watch that health bar. It's
So
still
close.
alive. And Thea, you take another 5 points of damage.
I'll take it as a second. I'm going to bonus action stab it with my dagger.
Okay. Don't forget to mark the offhand damage modifier.
And I only get sneak attack once, so that's modified.
Correct. So no sneak attack.
Although I do still get advantage, I believe. Off the clear
Yes.
eyes.
Yes, you do. So that's a nat 20. So that's a crit.
ooh.
Let's see the damage. So that's
Yeah.
8 and 4 becomes 12 minus 5. So that's a total of 7 damage. It's still alive! Anything else for you, Thea?
Nicholas?
You've used, I believe, 30 feet of movement. Or 30 feet of speed.
I moved 2 squares. Is that...
I thought you were moved 3.
No, I think it was
you...
I think
I
it
thought you
was
were
2 because I
here.
tried to move some distance. You stopped me at 1 square.
Yeah, and you move down 1, then over, then over, right?
I thought you stopped me at 1 square on my first attempt to move.
I did.
Okay, and I only moved 1 square after that, so I moved 2 squares.
Okay, so you can add back to 5. I thought you moved 3. My bad.
Well, I think I did move twice from this spike growth.
Did you move 2 squares or 3?
I believe I only moved 2 squares, but I believe both of them were within the damaging area.
That's fine. I understand that. I just want to know if you moved 2 or 3. If you move
2, I
2,
believe.
then you can have the 5 back. If you move 3, then you keep the 5 damage.
Okay, I believe it was 2.
Thank you. So that's 10, 20. You've used 20 feet of speed.
Okay.
You have 25 remaining.
I'm going to attempt to move this way.
Adrian, please roll 4d4. 4 delta 4.
I'm guessing... It hurt here.
For simplicity's sake, because Thea, you've done enough moving around to kind of get a better picture. There you go.
Okay. So I was trying to figure out where I was moving, where did it hurt when I walked there?
Right? So you had 25 remaining. 10, 25. So you should be... Oops, wrong. There we go. You should be right there. Thea, you take a total of 7 points of damage. You use all of your movement, your action, and your bonus action.
Okay, yep.
Having said that, you do get an attack of opportunity. When I find it. There it is.
I take an attack of opportunity?
Yep, you did not disengage. I get a 25 to hit for
okay.
13 bludgeoning damage. Would you like to use Uncanny Dodge? And take that down by 7.
Yeah.
So would you like to take 13 points of damage, or would you like to take 6?
Okay, I'll use the uncanny dodge.
I thought you might.
My hesitation was actually worrying about this other guy, when there's more coming this round.
Why on earth would more be coming this round? Alright, thank you, Thea. Crutches is controlled. And Adran can now, or not Adran, sorry, Varin can now see what it was that he ran across. Because it comes out of the water at him. It first reaches out with its long tail. But misses with an 11 to hit. And then tries to bite Varin. And fortunately misses. Varin is very happy. Alright, look whose turn it is now. It is the toads. First toad, finding itself suddenly confronted with a possible meal. A giant toad is going to attack a giant crocodile. Would you believe that the toad hits? Dealing a total of 14 damage, and the giant crocodile is now grappled. I honestly didn't see that coming. Next toad is going to attack the orc. The orc that just cut at him. 13 to hit is actually a hit, but only barely for a total. Oh goodness, for a total of 17 damage and death. The orc is dead. Long lives the orc. And the giant toad starts to swallow the orc with big gulping sounds.
Yummy, crunchy, leathery armor and
Just what? 10, 20, and 30. I gotta find the character sheet. Oh. Put you back where you belong. There we go, and then it's going to use its action to dash. Oh gosh, what's going on here? There we go. Okay. And going to, there we go. Oh, come on. Dash to, there we go. Alright, it's the ogre's turn. This big, ugly ogre that's finding itself right next to a big, ugly toad. So he pulls out his big club. Ouch. That hits the toad for 14 damage. Adrian, you hear footsteps up to the north. Something rather large. And there. Oh, you know what that looks like. They have a troll. Thank you very much.
They have a cave troll.
Precisely. There we go. I need to go to, where am I going? Okay, there we go. Almost there to the bottom of the round. You guys are doing great.
Yep.
I know it's late. Trust me, I know it's late. Oops. Somehow I went all the way past everything. Oops. Sorry. Let me check here. Hang on a second. Okay, I missed the big feathered owl's turn. Where is the big feathered owl? Hey, there he is. That's awesome. Okay, come on, come on, scroll over. Good, yeah, there we go. Good job. And it's gonna get to here, and it's gonna stab at the grappled crocodile with its beak. For 15 to hit, which hits for 13 damage. And then it's going to claw at the giant toad. Ow. That hits. For 18 damage. Oops. 18, not 48. There we go. And then... yeah, okay. What happened here? Okay, I think I somehow went past Adran. What happened? Sorry, give me 1 second, everyone. So, somehow I skipped past Adran, Varin, Del, and a few other creatures beside. I must have hit the advance button a few too many times. Alright, so I know how to fix this. Give me 1 second. I'm just going to advance all the way to the top of the round and change the count to 3. I apologize, everyone. I hit the button too many times. Bad DM.
No
Bad.
worries. Blame it on the internet.
Valid. Darn lag. Alright, and then one other thing happens. Adran. Hang on. Where is it? That button. Come on. Expand. Oh my goodness. These darn character sheets and lag. I blame the lag.
Hmm.
Oh, now it wants to go. Okay. Thank you. Adrian, there does seem to be a lot of splashing happening out in that lake.
Yep.
But you can't tell what it is or where. Alright, so
Nope.
now we are at the end of round 2. Starting round 3. It seems we're in for a bit of chaos yet again. What have we gotten ourselves into?
Too much to explain.
So let me sum up, but not until next week. I want to thank you both so much for playing and for participating in tea time with Nanny Agatha, which I'm sure that was entertaining. The weird time effect that happened back there, where Adrian felt time advance, but apparently no one else did. Our brief travel, and our attempt to interrupt any sort of demon summoning ritual, in which we somehow find ourselves facing a demon that was either summoned or broke free. Something like that. Again, thank you both so much for playing. I hope you both had fun.
Thanks for setting up and running the game for us.
I hope it was entertaining.
There's a cool setup.
Alright.
I'm really enjoying the map. The design of the map.
Thank
It's a cool map.
I worked hard on it. I actually really worked hard on it, so I'm glad it's working out so well. Awesome. I can get rid of it. Go away. Alright. Again, thank you both so much for playing. I'm gonna have so much fun trying to figure out all the notes from this one. Who's keeping track of what spell and what effect. Good grief. Uri runs out in 7 more rounds. So yeah, just keep that in mind.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Alright, y'all have a good night, and we'll see you again next week.
Next week it is.
Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Adran, Thea, and Varin take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Allosaurus, Ankheg, Carrion Crawler, Gargoyle, Gelatinous Cube, Giant Boar. Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.